everybody, and welcome to another video. We're going to start this one off where we left the last one. Remember this guy on the right hand side here, the Fiat 500, the trainee Audi driver? He had a dodgy light on the front, a dodgy light on the back, and his driving wasn't none too clever neither. Now at the moment we are in Slough, where there must be a trainee Audi driver test centre around here, because I had one of these bloody things behind me. We'll see it in a minute when I go to the rear camera. The bus plays a big part in this that we've just gone past, and there's a roundabout ahead of us. 2 lanes going round the roundabout, staying on the A4. So just stay in your lane. It's simple, isn't it? But not for a Fiat 500, the trainee Audi driver. You can see it there in the inside lane. It's not going to be staying there for very long because it's going to be doing some undertaking, some zigzagging and everything. Now to the left hand side you will see the other Fiat 500, the one with the dodgy light. Now the bus comes into play here. She can actually finally see that there's a bus up there in front, which is why we're in this lane. She doesn't see it till late. Gets well too close to me, too close to the car behind, and the gap wasn't big enough for her to get into, not to mention the undertaking. And obviously there's the bus. Now we're approaching a roundabout. Let's see how she gets on the roundabout. Nothing wrong in changing lanes there, but she's undertaking me now at a roundabout. 2 lanes going round here, 2 lanes going straight. She wants them both. You've got the smallest car in the world, but you need 2 lanes. And now she's seen another bus and then just pulled straight out on me. Now if you look in her wing mirror, you can see her looking at me. She knows she's done something wrong, but then she gestures at me, waving her fingers at me. Anyone know what that means? I was pointing to my camera. I was showing her, look, I've got you on camera doing this. And she puts her finger up. Let me show you again. I've blown it up here. And she puts her finger up to her head. I think that probably means, can you do my thinking for me? Because I'm as thick as shit. So I need someone to do my thinking for me. Or maybe she was just trying to give me the finger, but she is that stupid she put her index finger up rather than her middle finger. Now we haven't finished with this one yet because she does so many things wrong down this road, it's unbelievable. And believe it or not, we have not finished with Fiat 500s in this particular clip. Yes, there is another one that's coming up. Now she can't work out what lane she wants, yeah? She was going to go in the outside lane, but obviously the inside lane's got less traffic in it. But she's going to do some undertaking and then do exactly what she's done back there to us. Again, pull in front of someone. But the inside lane's got less traffic in it. Think about it, woman. Think about it. Go on, think. Oh, yeah, there you go. It's got less traffic in it, so you'll be a lot further down the road than what you would be if you were in the outside lane. Now, we're in Slough. What do you expect in Slough? Well, it's a tradition to be cut up by a Burke in a Merc. Yes, who's in the far right-hand lane but wants the far left-hand lane. If you ever drive in Slough, look out for these Mercedes drivers. Well, and obviously Fiat 500s. Pretty much everyone drives shitty in Slough, to be honest. But we still haven't finished yet with this Fiat 500 in front of us. Another Fiat pulls in behind it there. But you can tell by the position of the Fiat 500 how it's over to the right, where it's always looking to do a bit of zigzagging. It's just calm down. Now, I've speeded this up here, and look at this guy in front of me. He's a fidgety fucker, isn't he? In another Fiat. Now, in the last video I did say that I didn't go in bus lanes that often because the times of the bus lanes keep changing. Unless you're really on the ball, you're going to get fined. And you've probably seen that I'm in the bus lane quite a lot in this clip. Now, I know, and I do know, that this bus lane doesn't work on a Saturday. And this is on a Saturday. It's only Monday to Friday, these bus lanes. Now, having said that, I'm allowed in the bus lane. This is one for the good old British workforce. I'm allowed in the bus lane. It says I'm allowed in the bus lane. So, does this sign up here need improving? Now, to me, the bus lane is timed. This sign up here needs to be timed. Look at it. It needs to be a time on there, except Saturdays and Sundays. You can be in this lane Saturday and Sunday. You don't have to turn left here Saturdays and Sundays. Because what's the point of everyone moving out to the middle lane, having this lane completely clear because it's a left turn only lane, and yet there's another lane that goes straight on here. So that does need improving, doesn't it? Does for me anyway. The good old British workforce, you've got to love them. So we're going to go back onto the Fiat 500 now and look at its road positioning. So far over to the right, it's always looking to try and get that one car in front. It's always looking to try and overtake, even though you must be able to see the road is quite heavy traffic. You're not going to go anywhere, are you? Even if you do swap and change. We've proved that with all your erratic driving back there. You're still just in front of me. You've gone nowhere. And yet you've been driving like a complete fool trying to get in front of everything. It hasn't worked, has it? And I bet you anything that this silly little girl in front of me drives like this all the time. That is her driving style, of zigzagging all over the place. She just doesn't get how to drive properly. Anyway, have you seen it yet? Have you seen the other Fiat 500 in the outside lane, the little red one there? Yes? Can you see it doing anything wrong? Not yet, no. It's turning right up here, so what's it got to do when it's turning right? It's got to put on its right indicator, hasn't it? Well, it should do anyway if it's turning right, and you'll see it. It does put on its right indicator. There it goes. But look, it's put its brake light on, and that one doesn't work. Oh God, what's the world coming to? A Fiat 500 with a light out? I don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
So we are still behind this Fiat 500 that hasn't finished yet with all its mistakes. It's still got some undertaking and some zigzagging to do yet. And a little bit further down the road here now, a car has the audacity to turn left in front of it. And the Fiat doesn't wait for it. It pulls out to the right to go round it. I can't see what's in front of this Fiat where I'm sitting here. So I see it indicate out and I start to go out. But I don't need to. As soon as I see that it's just a car turning, I come back in. There was no need to pull out there. You just sit and wait. But now it's going to do some zigzagging again. It's undertook that car there and goes past the red car and then pulls back in and then turns left just a little bit further down the road. Why are you looking to overtake when you're that close to your left turn? Look where it turns left here. Turns left there and you're overtaking that red car before you do it. How impatient and important have you got to be driving like that all day? All day that thing would, well, for the rest of its driving life, that thing will drive like that. Until it gets a few fines, I think, and a few bans, it's going to continue to drive like that. And I got to admit, I was keeping an eye on it, thinking that it's driving down there and then just going to cut in back onto the A4, but it doesn't. It does actually need to be in that lane. I was really thinking that it was doing that for a bit of a shortcut. So now a little bit further down the road, I can see this guy's indicating he's obviously made a mistake. It seems to be a bit of a trend in Slough to be in the right-hand lane when you want to turn left. So I'm thinking, just let him go. It's not going to. It's one car. It's one car. So just let him go. But what you can't see, I can see that he's on his phone. How can you tell that he's on his phone? Well, you just have to watch this.
Come on. Pissing about on his phone, keeping us all waiting.
And guess what? He doesn't even want to turn left. He's going straight on, so there was no need to change lanes there. One for the British workforce. I've got a bike lane here now. Apparently there is 2 lanes here as well. Oh, there it is. There's the road markings for the 2 lanes. I cannot get out of the bike lane because I've got a car right next to me. Not the Mercedes, this one here. That, you know, staggered formation and everything don't exist in Slough. But what a crappy road markings these are. How bad are these road markings? There was nothing back there at all. It was 1 lane and a bike lane in 2 lanes. And then again, look, how bad is these road markings? Is it only a bike lane when there's a bike in it? So we're on the way back from Slough now. We are, where are we? We're sort of Roehampton, Putney area, heading towards Richmond Park. You can hear my indicator going, yeah? You can see my indicator going in the reflection of the car in front as well. It's dark, so you've got even more opportunity to see my indicator on that I am actually turning right. So don't get behind me unless you are turning right. Yes, there's a big lorry there. The car behind that is obstructed by the bike and the lorry, but still gets it and moves over. Now that other car way in the distance, way in the distance there. Two 2 little white dots there. It's coming towards us. It must be able to see my indicator, surely. Oh no. Oh no. Well, you must be turning right then. You're just not indicating. Oh no. No. Oh, but it has got one of them fucking idiot stickers in the right-hand side of the windscreen there. You know, one of Sadiq Khan's license to kill assassins. In other words, everybody else has to do your thinking for you because you are too stupid to do it for yourself. There's the indicator, and now everyone has to wait for him to get his act together. They are shit, aren't they? They are just awful, awful drivers. And I can understand the BMW being in the wrong lane because the car in front of it wasn't indicating, was it? It was a stupid private hire driver. I'm so glad I'm not one of them anymore. At least I don't get tarred with the same brush. Now, a little bit further down the road, we're on the A3 now, and I get overtaken by this car, who is eventually turning right. The car that's about to overtake me in a second here, the good old entitled Birkin Merc. Now, because the guy in front of him is doing pretty much the speed limit, which is only a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit here, the Birkin Merc wants to go faster. Should the other guy be over to the left-hand side to let him pass and then just move straight back out to the right? Maybe. But it doesn't excuse what the Birkin Merc does. Bear in mind, we'd just gone past the speed camera at 40 miles an hour, so I don't know what the Birkin Merc expected the guy to do in front. But it doesn't excuse this anyway, does it? I mean, that gap was really small. It was a lot smaller than what it looked on camera, I can tell you. Now, and this is where the guy wants to turn right. So, should the Birkin Merc have just been patient and waited for this guy to get into the lane? Yeah, of course he should have. Now, one of the things I get asked quite a lot is, you don't do a lot of night driving, do you? I don't, no. Why? Can you see it? Can you see it behind me? Yeah, there's a bike behind me with no lights on, no nothing. That is part of the reason why I do not drive at night, because of these idiots and pedestrians all in black, and they just bloody walk out in front of you or ride out in front of you, and they expect you to see them. And I don't need that. I don't need their death on my conscience, to be honest. Now, for the final clip of the day, it's getting very close to Christmas, isn't it? Very close to Christmas. And this road is called Lower Malden Lane. It's very close to where I live, and it's been on the news about how they decorate the houses. So it's time for a bit of Christmas joy, isn't it? Bah humbug. Anyway, I do hope to get some more videos out before Christmas, but if I don't, have a good Christmas, everyone. And all I can say is electricity bill. Electricity bill.